Phil Spencer, Le Cuisinier de Ménage, the household chef, and today we're making meatloaf. And as always, I'll put all the ingredients in the information section down below.
Here are the vegetables we're going to be sauteing. You can take a skillet, or in my case I've used a wok, heat it up to medium-high heat with some olive oil. And then later on when we do create the meatloaf mixture, we are going to add some Worcestershire, some Dijon, oregano, basil, a little bit of cayenne, salt, pepper, egg, breadcrumbs, and a little bit of beer to tie it all together. As I continue to saute, I wanted to bring up and mention that there is another great option for this that reduces the cooking time and also creates individual portions, and that's to follow this entire recipe, and then when you're making the meatloaf, form them into like a baseball size and then put it in a muffin tin. It'll cook in half the time. Just to quickly show you, if you have some leftover bread, put it in a food processor, make your own breadcrumbs.
So we've prepped all the ingredients. Now we're just ready to put it all together and put it into the baking tin. I have my sauteed vegetables, and then I have our dry ingredients, which is the oregano, basil, and salt, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Then I have our wet ingredients, which is our Worcestershire sauce and our Dijon, 2/3 of a cup of a nice lager beer, cup of breadcrumbs, and 1 egg to tie it all together. And then we'll mix it with our hands, not too tightly, just a real gentle mix. So here we go. Now it's time to put it all together. So I'll just go ahead and put our mixed sauteed vegetables in there. And I'll add our dry herbs and spices. And then I'm going to add our Worcestershire and Dijon sauce. So go ahead and put that in there. And I'll add our 2/3 of a cup of beer. Nice, nice. Then I'll add our breadcrumbs, 1 cup. So I made these breadcrumbs with a food processor with a leftover baguette that I had. Great way to use leftover bread. And then we have the last addition is the egg. And then we're going to mix this all by hand. And you don't want to clump it all together. You just want to mix it gently, make sure everything is blended in very well. So let's get started with that. Just push it with your fingers. And then fold it. Bring it over to you. Just makes a real gentle mix, making sure all the ingredients get incorporated into this nice 2-pound loaf of 80/20 ground beef, which I didn't say before. So now we have this all blended together nicely. It's ready to go into the pan. And we're just going to lightly grease this pan real quick with a little bit of, that's it. And then we'll go ahead and put in our meatloaf into the pan. There. Nice. Then we'll just form it into the pan. Just gently pushing it, not trying to push it in real hard, but just gently making it fill all the little sides and ends. Just a nice gentle push. And to put a little glaze on top or not to glaze, that is the question. And I choose to glaze it. So what we're going to do is I used a tablespoon of ketchup and a tablespoon of barbecue sauce. And then I'm just going to use a little paintbrush and paint it on just very lightly. So the sugar in the ketchup and in the barbecue sauce not only gives it great flavor, it'll also make it caramelize just a bit, give it a nice little crunchy top, which really makes a nice finish on this. So like I said, we're going in the oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40-45 minutes till the internal temperature is 160 degrees Fahrenheit. I think you're really going to like this one. Please subscribe and leave a comment below and I'll answer it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.